Hey carnivores, it's Les McDonald, and today is day 21 of my introduction to carnivore. I just want to share with you what the experience has been like so far, some of the things I'm noticing, some of the changes I'm noticing, and just some observations. It's been a really, really good journey so far. I think everybody experiences the beginning of carnivore differently. I think I sort of eased into it because I was already making my bone broth, for a few months before I went total carnivore. But some of the things I've noticed, well, definitely the biggest thing is had some weight loss. So I'm starting to lean up, and I think my muscle mass is starting to firm up. I do work out a bit, like 3 days a week. I'm not like a major hard workout, but I'm 54 years old and I feel great. And if you can see what I look like when I was 50, I think you'll see a big improvement. At least I do, and I feel it. The most important reason I'm carnivore is I want to feel better. I want to get my health back, and I love this diet because it's such a good elimination diet. You take everything out. You just get rid of all the noise that's happening inside of your body, and you get to enjoy meat. I mean, I love it. So on day 21, I just had some really nice lamb shank for lunch. Had a couple of them and did it in my Ninja air fryer. Delicious. I just had water to drink with that. And I feel great. I feel satiated. I stopped eating when I was full. We can talk about that too, because a lot of people ask like how much you should eat and things. So I'll address those things talking about my first 21 days. So my first week was great. I definitely noticed I was going through a little detox. And, there were some times when I felt a little tired, but I ended up just having bone broth and adding more salt. I felt my potassium and my salt levels were a little out. And that's very natural. The first week or two that we're in carnivore, our bodies are going through, some pretty big changes. We've had an entire lifetime of eating the North American diet, right? So our bodies are making a big adjustment. But that's the beauty of being a carnivore, is that we all have, every one of us, no matter where we start, whether you're 300 pounds or you're like me and you're over 200 pounds. I'm 185 today, by the way, which I'm very happy about. But all of our bodies have the potential to take advantage of this carnivore diet and get amazing results. One of the things I'm hoping to do is wean off of my ADHD medication. I was diagnosed with ADHD a couple of years ago, and I've been experimenting with different kinds of medication until I found one that worked for me. But I do feel now that I'm on carnivore, I'm starting to feel like there's some side effects that I can't really describe them, but I feel in the afternoon about 3 or 4 o'clock, and I believe it's the medication, I just get a little nauseous and a little heightened, I guess, because it's time released, right? But I'd like to wean myself off of that. So I'll keep you posted on that. The other thing I noticed is that my bowel movements have been amazing, okay? Like right off the bat, I don't have gas. I don't have like gurgling going on in my stomach. I just feel like everything in there is working the way it should. And my bowel movements are pretty consistent. They vary sometimes, sorry if it's too much information, but I'm trying to share this experience. So sometimes it's once a day, sometimes it's once every 2 days, but I haven't really, I've had no constipation to speak of whatsoever. And then when I do have a bowel movement, it's not really smelly. Sorry, too much information, but I mean, it's great. I'm not having weird, stinky bowel movements, which some people warned me I would. Like, you can't just have meat in your stomach, you're going to get constipated. All the misconceptions. There's so many of them, and I'm sure you've heard them. And if you haven't, you're going to hear them. Another thing to talk about. Going carnivore has been tough. Well, not tough. I would say it's just been a strain between me and my wife, because my wife is completely against carnivore. As far as she's concerned, I'm going to give myself cancer. I'm going to, give myself colon cancer, and I'm going to be unhealthy. And she's just like, I'm just waiting for you to get sick and realize you can't do this. And she doesn't support it at all, like at all. And I love her to death, and she loves me, so we'll get through this. But I don't think that's going to be uncommon. A lot of you couples out there are very lucky. You go carnivore together. Good for you. Holy crap. So, and we're working that out, but I thought I'd talk about that. The other thing I noticed now, I'm day 21, and throughout this whole thing, my energy levels have been very consistent. Like when I in carnivore, when I eat a meal, I don't feel like I have to go lie on the couch and have a nap after. And I used to feel like that all the time. And I thought that was maybe my age. I've been having a lot of inflammation. I'm prone to gout. And, I drink quite a bit, so maybe that was part of the problem. But I was getting sore joints, and I've been trying to work out, but I've been working around some pain. And that pain's almost all gone now. And my toe, that's been bothering me for years, I can almost not feel any of the arthritis pain that I was getting in it. It's actually really good right now. My elbows are good. My shoulders are good. I just feel great. My workouts are way better. Now that I'm eating animal protein, my workouts are just, I've got good, consistent energy. My recovery's happening faster, and I think I'm getting results. Hey, for a 54-year-old, I feel great. I think I could go back and kick my 40-year-old butt, but that's another story. Oh, also, my taste buds seem a lot more sensitive. I'm actually getting a lot more nuances and, taste profiles off of things that I eat that I used to have to put spices on. I mean, I love steak, but for my whole adult life, I've been putting Montreal steak spice or, seasonings and spice on my steak. And now I'm just putting salt on it. And let me tell you, I love the taste of steak with just salt. And let's go back to that, how much salt I eat and how much I eat. So it's really hard to put like a scale on how much I'm eating every day, but I am eating enough that I stop eating when I feel full. And the first week or so, that's not as easy to gauge. But now that I'm on day 21, I'm really good. My body's really good at telling me, and I'm really good at hearing it, that I eat till I'm full and I stop. And then I eat again when I'm hungry. So I'm usually eating 2 big meals twice a day. I do start my morning with bone broth. I find that's a really awesome way to start my day. But otherwise, I'm just having two main meals a day, and the effects have been great. I mean, I've been, losing body fat. I feel like I'm gaining more lean mass as well. And when you're in your 50s, you want to have good lean muscle mass because it's going to boost your metabolism, and there's so many other benefits to it. The one thing I did have to pay attention to was fluctuations in my salt and potassium. And again, it's just a learning curve. You eat a lot more salt on the carnivore diet than you would have ever imagined. You just have to get it out of your head that salt is bad for you, because it is not. I've heard this phrase, don't blame salt for what carbohydrates did to you, right? Salt is not bad for you. It's just finding the balance. But you'll know when they say salt to taste, which is what I do, your body will tell you how much salt you need by how much you desire it and how it tastes on your food. So don't over salt in the beginning. Salt it, take a bite. If you feel like you need a little more, put a little more on. Season to taste. I do the same thing with my bone broth. I don't put a lot of salt in my bone broth when I make it, but when I heat it up and I put it in a cup, I take a little sip, and if it's good, it's good. If not, I add more salt until such time that it just feels like it's the perfect balance. And your body is so good at telling you that. At least mine has become pretty tuned into that. Otherwise, things have been great. I've been finding ways. I've been creating new recipes. I use my Ninja air fryer a lot, like I said. I do cook in cast iron. I barbecue when I can. I have a pellet smoker as well. So you can add lots of variety. I'm about to make my new homemade bacon recipe. I've actually been making bacon for a number of years. I cure it for 7 days and then I smoke it. And I'm going to make this bacon without any sugar, which I have done before, and it's turned out great. So I'll share that recipe as well. Let's talk about alcohol for a minute, because this is a really big contentious thing with carnivores. And I like to think of carnivore as being a little flexible, because we're not all the same. And it's not a religion, right? It's just an eating program. So if we drink like I do, I drink alcohol and I'm getting results and I feel great. But I do want to tell you one big thing, and I didn't think this was going to happen. I'm drinking less than I used to. And it's not because I felt I was drinking too much, but I don't have the appetite that I did for alcohol consumption. I really don't. During the week, I could care less if I had a drink. And that was not me. Pre-carnivore, I had a drink every day. I didn't have to. I'm just saying I had a drink every day. So I'd have a glass of wine before bed or 2, or I'd even have a couple beer. I don't mind that. And I was tolerating it. But now I just don't. Again, going back to how your taste buds are changing, and my body is telling me in no uncertain terms that you don't have to drink as much beer as you used to. I drank on the weekend. It was St. Paddy's Day. and our friends came over and I wasn't going to drink, but I said, whatever, I'll have a few beers. I did. I had like 6 beer. And the next day I was tired, but I felt I recovered a lot faster than I would have in the past. And I didn't really pay for it. I mean, the rest of the week's been great. And it's going to be Friday tomorrow. I may have a drink. I may not. I don't really care. Anyways, that's an interesting side effect. And I'll continue to tell you how that goes down the road. So as we approach Easter weekend, I'm going to hit like day 30. So I'll do another video and tell you how that went, maybe a day or two after Easter. Thanks for watching. Please let me know if you've learned anything, and if you get any value from my videos, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow this channel, and it helps with the algorithms. It really does, and it's going to help me get the word out to more people. So again, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Right now, I have no problem answering every comment, and I really, really enjoy it. So please ask me any questions, or if you have any advice or tips, just any of your own stories, let me know, okay? In the meantime, keep it carnivore, keep it real, and remember, it's just carnivore. It's fun. Don't take it too seriously. And if you make any mistakes, just start all over again.